Okay, so for our last one here, what we have is the rate of change in total consumer credit is given in the table. Find a model for the data in the table, align the input to years since 2000. So before we even start, that means that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And use the fact that consumer credit total in 2006 was this many billion to write a model for the US consumer credit. Well, that means T has to be 6 then, and use the model to estimate the total consumer credit in 2011. All right, so first things first, we have to go in and we have to figure out what our data is. And so let's see, we got that. So as you know, I like to plug in our data first. So I have the data plugged in. And so if we look at our graph, you know, it looks pretty much like a quadratic to me. So let's try quadratic. So 5, and let's go down, vars 1, and then 1, 1, 1. And so that's going to be our function. All right, so let's write that down. So we have our A, we have rate of change, so let's say R of T is equal to, and that was a negative 46.247x squared plus 577.894x minus 1676.230, and that's in billions dollars per year. Okay, so B, use that fact that the consumer credit total, okay, so our rate of change in consumer credit is that, so we need to just find consumer credit, so that means integrate this value now. And I notice I put x's in there and I put t there, so let's go ahead and change that to a t. So or x, since we have everything already else as x. And so now what we do is we integrate that. So when we do that, that's going to be a negative 46.247x to the third over 3 plus 577.894. And that's going to be x squared over 2 minus 1676.230x, and then we have plus c. Okay, now we know it 6 and 2384, so 2384 equals negative 46.247 times 6 to the third over 3, and then plus 577.894 times 6 squared over 2 minus 1676.230 times 6 plus c. So if I take 2, I'm just going to do it on my own calculator, it's quicker, 2384 plus, then we have 46.247 times 6 cubed divided by 3 plus 577.894 times 6 squared divided by 2 minus 1676.230 times 6. And that gives me C then is equal to 5369.072. And so if that was R of X, let's call this capital R of X is equal to then a negative 46.247X cubed over 3 plus our 577.894X squared over 2 minus 1676.230x, and then we said it was plus 5369.072. All right, so that looks good. So now what we have to do, it says in C, estimate when it's 2011. So that means when T is that. So we need for C, so that's A and B, and then C, we're going to have R of 11. And so if we plug all that in, we get negative 46.247 times 11 cubed divided by 3 plus 577.894 times 11 squared divided by 2 minus 1676.230 times 11 plus 5369.072, and I get the answer is 1374.87, oops, 87. 877 billion, and then it's in dollars. So we'll put our dollar sign up there since it's a number. Okay, and so that's what I get for my R of 11. Okay, so that's the total consumer credit in 2011. All right, so that's all I have. So hopefully that helps.